What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. A Backlash will be here before you know it, so count on SmackDown hyping their show as well as furthering the Intercontinental Championship tournament. Join us now as Wrestlelamia analyzes the 22nd May edition of Friday Night SmackDown, and as always, we aren't going to recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. However, before we get into all that, Wrestlelamia would like to offer our deepest condolences to the Kimura family and friends. Last night, it was reported that Stardom wrestler Hana Kimura took her own life as a result of cyberbullying. She posted her final message on Twitter, and after that, Stardom announced, "Stardom fans, we are very sorry to report that our Hana Kimura has passed away. Please be respectful and allow some time for things to process and keep your thoughts and prayers with her family and friends. We appreciate your support during this difficult time." The trolls who continuously harassed her with negative messages have now cowardly deleted their social media accounts. Just remember, every action you do on social media has a consequence, and sadly this consequence was a life ending at 22. Rest in peace, Hana Kimura. Now, as always, we start off with the good. As number 1, turning garbage into gold. The WWE's writers still have problems writing comedy, as seen by tonight's Dirt Sheet segment when The Miz and Morrison discussed rejected ideas for Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse. Concepts such as Dookie the Diaper Boy that were cringeworthy to say the least. Nevertheless, Miz and Morrison made the best of them, proving that the greatest tag team of the 21st century are worth keeping around if for nothing else than the Dirt Sheet segments. Of course, Miz and Morrison can do much more, and imagine what the Dirt Sheet would be like if they had better writers. Number 2, a tournament of titans. Far too often, wrestling fans see tournaments set up featuring less than stellar entrants, with mid-card or even lower-card wrestlers competing for what are supposedly important titles. But this hasn't been the case with SmackDown's Intercontinental Championship tournament, which continued its impressive array of matches with AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy battling Sheamus. Anytime Styles and Nakamura clash is worth the fans' time, and Hardy vs Sheamus proved a good way of furthering Brother Nero's quest for one more run at the top, and Sheamus' mission to deny it. If the WWE puts as much effort into building up the eventual winner as it has with the tournament, fans could see a resurgence of the once illustrious Intercontinental Championship. Number 3, some good foreshadowing. The Miz and Morrison's Dirt Sheet segment had a moment when they discussed a rejected Firefly Funhouse character, Mannequin Rose, who whispers advice into Otis's ear. Not that long ago, some fans speculated that Mandy's relationship with Otis might not be as innocent as it seems, and that Rose may be using her relationship with Otis to get ahead. This may seem unlikely, but Mandy was the one who suggested Otis trying getting Braun Strowman to team with him last week against Miz and Morrison, with some fans seeing this as a way for Otis to get close to a vulnerable Strowman and cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. If this does pan out, it's a great bit of foreshadowing. If nothing else, it should get the WWE Universe speculating further. Number 4, a big trade. When the WWE announced AJ Styles was competing in the IC title tournament, fans thought it was part of the new brand-to-brand invitational. However, the WWE surprised fans when it revealed Styles has been traded to SmackDown for future consideration. Styles' presence on SmackDown could add even more to a show that's been doing well over the last few weeks. And number 5, Bayley Ascendant. Anyone who doubts the WWE's push of SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley needs to watch her match against NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Bayley squeaked out another victory and did so without the help of her partner in crime Sasha Banks against arguably the best women's wrestler in the entire WWE. The win was a hard-fought one and a tainted one, but a victory nonetheless that proved Bayley has come a long way from our hugging days. But that was good. What about the badders? Are they really gonna do this? Is this the best that WWE has to offer for the SmackDown brand for their top title match? A 2-on-1 handicap match? Seriously, they could have put anybody in this program. They didn't need to put The Miz and Morrison in there. And come on, does anyone think that Braun Strowman is actually going to lose the belt to these two? The thing is, what does Braun Strowman even gain from beating these two? Absolutely nothing. At this moment in time, all this looks like is a filler match. And that's sad when it's the Universal title. No wonder fans don't take it as seriously as the WWE title. And number 2, is Vince thinking that this is the way to put all the belts on Charlotte Flair? Seriously, not only did Charlotte Flair have a title match last night, but she now could be getting one on Raw. Yeah, SmackDown announced that in a number 1 contenders match, Natalya, Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair will do battle for that spot. Why is Charlotte Flair being inserted into every single show and for the title, and being almost placed as number 1 contender for each title? She's the champion. She should not be placing herself in the number 1 contender spot for both the Raw and SmackDown championship. That should be separate. What is Natalya even doing in there? Natalya has lost the last 2 matches, and she could have been replaced by Liv Morgan, who's had a much better win-loss record. We know this isn't AEW, but still. And why the hell isn't Shayna Baszler being put in this match? It's just pure booking confusion. Now, there was no downright ugly of this show. The only thing that'll be ugly if SmackDown slips in the ratings, which could be possible considering how they're treating their World Championship match at Backlash. Not to mention the shows have been plagued by ever-decreasing ratings, but last week's show displayed a slight improvement, and Wrestlelamia hopes fans will take notice of an improved SmackDown product, even if there are no fans in the attendance. But there you have it guys, our analysis of the 22nd May SmackDown, and we won't be covering any other news apart from Hana Kimura's passing in this one, but we'll be sure to report on the news later on today. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.